Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. Y'all, I am doing the most today. We're doing the car chronicles. I was gonna do a garden video, but it didn't happen. Let me tell you what's going on. All right, everybody, so I went to the store to go pick up some stuff that I needed, and I was trying to do a good thing by donating some glasses. I put everything in my purse. Y'all, why did I donate my real reading glasses? So now I got to hurry up and get back to this place, and hopefully my real reading glasses is not gone. Child, I'm crazy. Ooh, too much going on. So, looking crazy. I went for a walk this morning, was trying to wait for my neighbor. She wanted me to take her to the craft store. That didn't happen. So I've been ripping and running all morning. Didn't get a chance to get out in the garden. I did water last night. So today, I want to talk to you all about my fall garden. This might be your experience as well. I know many of you all are preparing for your cold snap, your winter wonderland weather. We had 2 days, not even 2 days. We had a total of maybe 2.5, 3 hours, at the most 4 hours of late night, early morning, mid-30s, mid-40 weather. The daytime temperatures would go up to 70 and 80, and in the forecast now, our temperatures are 70s and 80s. They are not going down any further than the 50s and 60s in the evening, early morning hours. And so it looks to be that way for the next 2 weeks. That's going to take us into Thanksgiving. Now, that's the one thing I don't like about this time of year. I love the pest pressure because it's a lot lower. I love the fact that it's lower, not the pest pressure. I love the fact that it's getting cooler, and I don't feel as if I am bursting into flames. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. Because I feel like I'm bursting into flames a lot of times. And so I like that. But what really gets me is if I have to put cover on, take cover off, I feel like I'm playing a hokey pokey. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That's how my plants get destroyed. That's how I lost my first set of pepper plants that I had tried to overwinter 2 years ago. I was playing the weather hokey pokey. I was taking them, putting them in the greenhouse, taking them out. Put them in the greenhouse, taking them out. Put them in the greenhouse, taking them out. No. So I said to myself, last year, wasn't going to put them in the greenhouse, going to leave them in the cattle panel and try to cover it up. Y'all know the story. If you don't know the story because you're new here, hi, I'm Clausen. This is ClausenWorld. And I put greenhouse plastic over the outside of my cattle panel. That didn't work. The wind that we have is so vicious. It tore the plastic down. I'll see if I can put a video up here or here so you all can see the mayhem, the madness and mayhem that I go through. The following year, which was last year, I put the greenhouse plastic on the inside of the cattle panel and tried to affix it to the cattle panel. The wind just ripped right through, tore big pieces out of my new greenhouse plastic, and so plants just did not survive, not everything. So this year I was going to try something different, not trying to drape it over, not trying to drape it under, completely trying to cover the plants up as I do the lemon plants or the citrus plants on the side of the house. But because the weather is so chaotic, y'all, I just cannot. And I didn't even bother. That's how frustrating it is for me. I didn't even bother to cover up everything. I said, you know what? It's only going to be an hour here, 2 hours there of cool weather. It's not freezing, low 40, 45, maybe 43. I said, I will test it. I'll try it out. So far, the only thing that I saw that was major damage, well, actually, that's not even really major damage. The roselle, some of the leaves got a little discolored. The banana began to like droop, like, oh mommy, I'm mad. Other than that, I haven't seen a lot of damage to the plant, hardly any disturbance. So I didn't bother. And that's what I'm here talking to you all today about, is the winter weather that is coming, and yet we get that prelude to it, and it may last a couple of hours, and then we're rushing like mad hatters to try and get our gardens together for a couple of hours, and then we're taking everything back, and it just causes, in my opinion, it causes plant damage. It causes a lot of work for you to have to do. And then when you are, because what I did was I took some of the stuff that I did cover up, my couple of my tenders, I put some sheets over those. I began to pull the sheets back off of my tender plants, my brassicas. Why were there, actually it was only one that I saw, a leaf-footed bug trying to live up under the covering, because they want to get warm too. They don't want to be in the elements. And I find that when this type of weather happens, you end up with bugs trying to make a home. Now, if that's your experience, put some information in the description box below. Let's talk about it, because that drives me crazy. The pests are trying to figure out what to do with their lives. Are they leaving? Are they staying? Are they going to continue chomping? Are they hiding? Are they looking for cover for the winter because they know it's coming? I'm not trying to harbor anything in the garden. So that leaf-footed bug went night-night. It went bye-bye, because nope, you cannot stay hiding in the frost covering for my brassicas. So that's what I have been dealing with, looking at the weather, keeping everything watered. I do need to go and feed everything, but I did not get into the garden today because I was trying to do a good thing. My neighbor wants to go to the craft store. I've taken her twice. I've shown her where it is, but for some reason, she's like, I can't remember where it is. GPS doesn't like me. It makes me get lost, and I get scared when I get lost. And I understand. I wouldn't want my mom to get scared and get lost, because she is in the same age bracket as my mom. And I remember, short story, Mom and I had gone to Houston, because we're in South Texas, and we took a long trip to Houston, and I ended up flying out of that airport, and Mom went back home. My poor mother got so turned around in Houston. My mom was crying, I was crying, because I never want my mom to feel scared and unsafe. I'm calling a friend. I'm like, friend, because she lives in Houston, do me a favor, call my mom, help my mom get home, because she's lost in Houston. There's so much construction, and I can't focus on my flight because I'm worried about my mother. So I get it. And if my neighbor says, can you help me out, and I have the time, because I have the time, I'm going to do that. But the poor dear was so tired. She didn't sleep well last night. I think she slept in her easy chair, y'all. And when you're over the age of 70 and 80, you shouldn't sleep in an easy chair. That's not what you should do. And so for some reason, she slept in the easy chair, and she just didn't sleep well. We went out for a really long walk this morning. I have been pushing a good push, because if you know anything, and this is not gardening, y'all, this is health. So if this is not for you, baby, scoot on up, go to the next segment of the video. But health wise, if you are over the age of 50 plus, your exercise routine has to change. You can't do the same things you were doing in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, because that doesn't work for your body, your metabolism, and all that stuff. And so she had been walking maybe a mile, maybe 2. And I said, we've been doing this for a while. Let's push it. Let's go further. If you can go further, let's go further. So she's now up to, I want to say 3 miles. I have to double check, but she's like, I feel so good and energized. I'm like, yes, you do. So today we went a different way and clocked a few extra miles. And of course, she's like, I've never been this way. I get nervous. I said, well, you're in the subdivision. You should know where your street is. So you shouldn't worry about getting lost in the subdivision. Don't be scared. So health-wise, helping myself, helping my neighbor. And she needed me, but she was so tired, she fell asleep. So I ended up not doing a gardening video because I was waiting for my neighbor. And I didn't want to not hear the phone. And of course, I thought about doing an outside garden video, but I had some things I had to do inside, and it just didn't happen. So I apologize, y'all, for not getting y'all a gardening video next go round, okay? Next go round. But it's been so chaotic in my head. You heard me say that I threw my reading glasses in the donation box. So I got to go back and put the glasses that I intended on putting in the donation box and grabbing my real glasses. Hopefully they are still there. If not, I'm gonna have to order another pair of glasses because I need those. I do. Silly me. I have way too much going on in my head, in my mind, and in my heart. Because I've never done it. And I looked at them, I had them in my hand, and I was distracted. Small story. I'd gone in there looking for the donation box. They had moved it from where it was the last time I was in there, because I try to donate if I can. I think I mentioned to you all before, I do my best to donate as much as I can when I can to help, a lot of people out, disadvantaged people. And glasses are one of them. If you have glasses that you wear, prescription glasses, look for optometry places that take old ones. That way you can donate to people who could use them instead of chucking them away or leaving them in a drawer. So that's what I'd like to impart on you all today. I know they have them at Walmart, but if you have any other places that you go to that you might get glasses that might take an old prescription donation, please donate your glasses, because that's what I try to do. But yeah, I was rushing and I looked at them in my hand, but there was 2 ladies in there, and one of them said, I'm sorry, ma'am, there are 2 customers ahead of you. Do you mind waiting? And I said, don't worry about me, dear. I'm just dropping off some glasses. And I looked through my purse, and then I realized I left them in the car. Yep. I thought I put them in my purse, but I put them on the seat, and they fell on the floor. So I had to go back outside. When I came back in, it was a different lady, and she had a poor customer service attitude. And as I was walking towards the box, which was towards the back, why you put it back there where you go as an employee, I don't know. And I guess I don't know, but I guess she thought that I was trying to go in the employee area, which I was not. I clearly had glasses in my hand. And then I told her, I said, I showed her the glasses. I said nothing. She said, can I help you? Oh, wait a minute. I'm feeling the negativity. And I said, I'm trying to help y'all out. And I showed her the glasses, and the lady that spoke to me before, she goes, no, she's here to donate. And the lady goes, I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but not today. Not today. And I think that's what caused me to grab my glasses, because I was like, why are you giving me attitude when I am here just dropping off? Clearly here to drop off. But you want to give me the stank eye and the attitude. Customer service, y'all, it sucks. Like so many things. It sucks. Well, all right, y'all. That's my rant for my glasses. But the other thing is gardening in the fall. That's what I originally came on here to talk to you all about, gardening in the fall. Are you all experiencing the hokey pokey with gardening in the fall? Because I know I am, and I absolutely hate it. So that's all I got for you all today. I'm sorry it's short. I need to run in here and see if my glasses are in here. I'll come back when I get back in the car, and I might put some more stuff on this video. We'll see. I'll be right back. Thank goodness they still had my glasses, and the nice lady helped me out, not the curmudgeon who's mad about her life. She didn't even bother to look up. That's how you know she has an attitude of some kind. I did nothing to her, but you know, some people are that way, unfortunately. They do not have a Christ-like heart, and their actions clearly show that. So I have a plant emergency. I just got a phone call. My girlfriend is having a plant emergency. She's like, come over, friend. So I am rushing. I have not even had dinner, y'all. My goodness. I don't need to order anything, but I feel like picking up something quick. I won't do it. But anyway, that's what I was talking to you all about, is the fall garden and playing hokey pokey. I have been looking for fall tree deals. Don't know if you all are having any fall tree deals in your area. Now is a good time. Fall is a good time to plant trees. And I went to a couple of places, and they did have some trees. They were like $34, which is a great price, but it wasn't what I wanted. You know, I didn't want a plum or a dogwood shade tree or a pear. I'm not a big pear eater. I buy pears for my mother to eat. I can them for her because she loves canned pears. But me, myself, it's just something about the texture of it, and it leaves a strange. It's strange in the mouth. I don't know. It's weird. So I don't eat pears. And so I didn't want pear. I didn't want pecan. I had a pecan a long time ago. It didn't survive in the container that I had it in up in North Texas. I think I'm gonna stop buying trees, because I need to be able to put them in the ground. And I have holes in the container. I have great soil mixture in the container. But for some reason, don't know. And the strangest thing is, my figs grow fine, my methylene plum grows fine, my peach grows fine, the pomegranates grow fine. Apple trees do not like living in my yard. I just don't know why. I got a credit back from the company that I bought the last apple tree from, because it had a warranty on the tree, and they told me they didn't have any more. They were out. And I was like, fine, that's how you're gonna do me. So they gave me a credit, and I'm just keeping an eye out for a tree. Y'all, I'm trying to drive, as you can see, and I try not to be short with people, but there are a lot of people in Texas, like every other city, but it seems as though in South Texas we have people from every state, lots of different license plates from everywhere, and because of that, I think maybe they aren't 100% sure how to drive, in Texas? Because you hear people all the time on Instagram or other places saying, oh, Texans drive crazy. I am not a native Texan. I learned how to drive in Japan with the steering wheel on the right hand side of the car. I have driven in a right hand car and a left hand car, meaning your steering wheel is on the left, you enter in from the left side. So I can drive both sides. And in Japan, the roads are a lot narrower, a lot like in England. You have narrow roads. Sometimes you look at the road, you think this is not a two-way road. This don't work. The physics of this is all wrong. But you have to share the road. And there are a lot of people that come here. This is not gardening, y'all. This is a Car Chronicles, okay? And people come here, and I think they might be a bit confused on how to drive the turnaround. There are lots of turnarounds here. If you don't know what a turnaround is, it is as it states, as the name states, you turn around. If you get to a point on the highway and you're like, man, I missed my turn. If you go down a little ways further, you're gonna have what's called a turnaround. It'll turn you back to where you came from, and they're everywhere in Texas. And so they're putting circles here. And if you don't know what a circle is, a driving circle is, like the name states, it's a circle. And they have circles in Europe. I love driving circles. I think that our country, the United States, would spend less money, this is my opinion, if they could introduce more driving circles. Now, I do understand that there are a lot of Americans who don't like circles because they don't understand circles. They find circles confusing. But there's a lot of Americans who find stop signs confusing. When there's a four-way stop, they find it confusing. When the light is flashing because the electricity went out, they find that confusing. So if you can learn how to navigate that, you can learn how to navigate a circle. Here's the thing you need to know about a circle. There are single circles and there are double circles. If there is a double circle, the inside of that circle has the right of way. So if someone is inside that circle and you're driving the outside and they turn their turn signal on to leave out of the circle, you have to give them the right of way to go out as you're going around. Circle. And so having a driving circle will prevent a lot of stoplights. Your taxpayer money pays for stoplights, the maintenance, everything having to do with stoplights. Taxpayers pay for that. And circles, you pay for that once, unless there's maintenance, and then taxpayers pay for that. But when you have a circle, it's a lot easier to maneuver, like a stop sign. You put it in, and very little has to happen with the stop sign, right? And so they put a new driving circle in, and I swear it's got people losing their minds. They're like, driving circles, who did this? Why? I love a driving circle. Whoever decided to put a driving circle right there, absolutely love it. So over by the IKEA, which is Swedish, there are 2 large driving circles, and I love going over there. But everybody else who goes over there, I think they panic. So that's the Car Chronicles for the day. I'm just in the car, y'all, on my way to my friend's house because she has what she says is a gardening emergency. So I'm gonna go figure out what that is, and hopefully I can help. But that's all I have today, y'all. I have been continuing to go through the house and get rid of stuff. I've got some stuff I'm gonna drop off to the men's homeless shelter, and I also have some things that I want to drop off to the women's homeless shelter. And so it's just that time for me that I am trying to give what I can to those in need. And I ask you all, if you've made it this far in the video, I want to thank you. And I'm asking you all if you would do this for me. If you would go through your house Go through your closets. If you have gently used clothing for children, for men, boys, teens, for women, if you have something that you could give to the homeless shelter to donate, I ask that you do that. It's that time of the season where it's getting cold, and there are plenty of places where people don't have, and they're going to be cold out in these streets. And if you can give somebody a helping hand to help them stay warm that's on the streets, I would greatly appreciate it, because it's important to help others, and there's so many people in need right now. If you can make a meal for someone who you know need a meal, and just give them a meal, or invite them over for a meal, that would also be appreciated. Because if we all do a little something, then perhaps maybe we will all get a little further, and then someone else will pay it forward, just like you did. So, all right, y'all, I am not going to keep you all. I've asked a lot from you, and I greatly appreciate it. If you do take this challenge and go through your house and donate clothing, gently used coats, socks, shoes, whatever you have, for all the people that live in your house, if you could take that gently used item to a homeless shelter, do that. And if you do that, do me a favor, put it in the description box below that you too tried to help someone in need today. If you made someone a meal, or invited someone to your dining table to feed them a meal, put that in the description box. Well, all right, y'all, I'm doing my part. I ask that you do a little something if you can. If you can't, that's all right. So until the next time, I hope you enjoyed this Car Chronicles. It's a little bit different than what I normally do, but that's what's on my heart. That's what's in my mind. And so since I'm in the car, that's what you got. All right, everybody. Have a great day, great night, great evening, wherever you are in this world. If no one told you that you are loved, I'm telling you, you are loved, you are needed in this world. Until the next time, bye, y'all.